Happy Earth Day!
Feliz Día de la Tierra!
Inauguralek يوم الدنيا.
Ligayang Araw ng Mundo! Woo!
നന്ദി.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another annual Earth Day gathering with the Globe program. Today we celebrate Earth Day and our 27th anniversary. The Globe family is such a wonderfully diverse and committed group of people composed of our students, teachers, scientists, and other STEM professionals, regional coordination offices, U.S. partners and country coordinators, our alumni, working groups, the teams from Globe Observer and Data Information Systems, our citizen scientists, our team here at GIO, and of course, our sponsors and supporters. All of you contribute your energy and enthusiasm to making Globe such a worthwhile endeavor, which is especially important right now amidst all the global challenges to keeping the Earth healthy and safe. There is a lot for you to enjoy here today. So let's get started with a few words from our NASA Program Manager, Dr. Allison Wagner.
Happy anniversary and happy Earth Day, Globe. I'm Allison Wagner, the Globe Program Manager at NASA headquarters in the Earth Science Division. But today I'm talking to you from the backyard of the house that I grew up in the Catskill Mountains of New York. NASA uses a vantage point of space to study Earth and has one of the largest Earth observation data systems on the planet. Over 50 petabytes of data have been archived from satellites and other sources, and this database is rapidly growing. NASA is also a leader in promoting free and open data and has numerous open science initiatives to make it easier to access and analyze NASA observations. These are among the many reasons that data literacy is so important to NASA and why we are proud to sponsor the Globe program. On a personal note, I've always had the long-held belief that everyone should be able to understand and analyze data so that they can think critically about the world around them and share their findings with others in a persuasive way. I started my career as a conservation biologist, motivated by the passion to be a good steward of our home planet. Through Globe, NASA, NOAA, the U.S. Department of State, and NSF, alongside the Globe community, enable the next generation to be able to understand and critically analyze Earth observations and Earth science data to address the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. I'm really excited about the Earth Day theme as being collect, visualize, and connect, and I'm impressed with your air temperature measurements and IVSS projects. I'm looking forward to connecting with you in the annual meeting this July.
Globe family. This is Brandon Jones from the National Science Foundation and the Director for Geosciences, and I just want to say Happy Earth Day 2022. We are excited to celebrate another Earth Day with you, and here at NSF we're also excited to continue to partner with NASA and NOAA and the State Department in supporting the Globe community and all that you do and the important work that you've been involved in to train, to educate, to learn, but most of all to advance the science to ensure that our planet is taken care of, that we as humans and the caretakers of the planet are living sustainably, and we're moving forward to a regenerative way of living here on our planet. We certainly are excited to continue to partner and collaborate and connect with each and every one of you in the capacity that we have here at the National Science Foundation. And we also want to celebrate that you are building a community of practice for everyone to be involved. And as we move forward, we must not forget that there are so many different ways of learning that should be integrated into how we conduct science, and recognizing that the more ways of knowing and doing and conducting science is going to make it richer. So again, happy Earth Day, and keep doing the wonderful work that you're doing. Thanks.
Hi everyone. Let's look back at the last year and all the great vlogging moments of the Globe student vloggers.
This will be my last Globe Student Vloggers video for this round of student vlogs, which is pretty interesting. It's been fun. You know, something that I liked most about being a part of the team was the sense of camaraderie and a common goal that all members of the Globe Student Vloggers program had. Being able to see what everyone's experience with this was around the world was just incredibly interesting.
I was part of the team with Juan and Lucio.
Something that I want to keep on doing is taking care of the environment and working with people from different countries, because I've learned a lot from them. I've learned tips that start from standing in front of the camera and listening about the things that they enjoy in different countries, right? And I like it, and I like learning about it because it helps you understand more about your own environment as well. And it's kind of beautiful for me, and I like it, I enjoy it.
Every meeting is a new experience. I'm very happy to become one of the Globe student vloggers.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you all.
También lo que es la cultura, que es lo más interesante de cada uno, y tener esas ganas, digamos, de comentar un poco sobre tu país.
Getting these presentations helped me a lot to understand everyday life on other cultures, and I've gained a lot of knowledge on that.
I remember the day of our first meeting, and I was so incredibly nervous because I didn't know any of these people, and I was representing only a fraction of the entire globe. But I quickly realized that this group of amazing people would be people that would support me and people that I can support.
Now I am able to interact with students across the world. We all are friends.
Doing vlogs and joining Globe has expanded my sphere of knowledge.
Being a Globe student vlogger has helped me grow into being a responsible person and a very well-trained person. It has helped me appreciate the world and appreciate nature and the environment.
And something that I did is show my own place, my city, and the things that surround it, and how to take care of it as a student and as a Globe student.
I learned a lot
most important, I learned how is to make a video and how is to teach other people.
I learned so much about editing and how to be more entertaining in front of the camera, and of course how you can speak better so that your audience will really be reeled into what you're saying or what your video is all about.
It is a very great opportunity for Globe students so we can share our stories and show people how Globe have changed our lives.
And I want to thank Globe for letting me be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hugs and kisses.
Hello and happy Earth Day. I'm Kia Henry, Public Diplomacy Officer with the U.S. Department of State in the Bureau of Oceans and International Environmental and Scientific Affairs. I also manage the GLOBE program for the department. On behalf of the Department of State, we commend GLOBE and its partners for improving the understanding of our environment and using science to engage and empower communities to contribute to a healthier planet. The U.S. Department of State is a proud supporter of GLOBE. U.S. embassies, consulates around the world help GLOBE expand each year to new countries, new schools, new areas of investigation, and new audiences. Science diplomacy is an awesome way to get people from all over the world to collaborate and work towards a common goal. Through science, people are encouraged to listen to and learn from each other. GLOBE is doing this in your countries, using science to inspire students, teachers, governments, and everyday citizens to become a part of a global community to restore and protect the Earth. The data you collect through GLOBE creates connections across countries and communities. Through those connections, we are inspired to change our behavior and create more inclusive learning environments. This Earth Day, remember, you are citizen scientists participating in science diplomacy to help preserve our planet for the benefit of everyone, and you should be very proud of your contributions.
Happy Earth Day. I am John McLaughlin from the Office of Education of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. I'm excited about the theme of this year's GLOBE celebration: collect, visualize, connect, and the opportunity to discuss the visualize component. The GLOBE community is among a great number of groups that collect valuable data about Earth. We need to visualize these data thoughtfully to extract the stories embedded in them and allow these stories to connect with people. Please don't think of plots, graphs, charts, and other visualizations as automated final input of your scientific study. Rather, to be effective parts of the communication process, they need human input. Concepts can be drawn from social science, arts, education, and other fields to create visualizations that provide meaningful connection points and avoid misconceptions. It's also important to consider the amount of data to include in a visualization. Let's look at a plot created by the Scripps Institute of Oceanography showing the most recent week of carbon dioxide concentration measurements collected at the Mauna Loa Observatory. From this plot, it is tough to discern a trend. If we expand and look at the most recent year of this data, you can start to see a seasonal pattern, but it's still tough to discern a long-term trend. However, if we look at the full data set spanning over 60 years, you'll continue to see the seasonal pattern, but now you see a clear long-term trend. This is known as the Keeling curve and is a cornerstone visualization of the field of climate science. I look forward to the visualizations you'll go on to create and the insights they'll convey. Please enjoy the rest of today's program.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. My name is Autumn Burdick, and I am the Globe Program social media lead. Today, I would like to introduce to you all our newest cohort of Globe student vloggers for 2022-2023. Here they are for you all to meet.
Hello, everyone. I am by name Abdullahi Nuwera, but you can call me Nui. I am from the western region of Africa, Nigeria to be specific.
Hello everyone, my name is Namfun. I am Globe student from Thailand. I am 10 years old.
Hi, my name is Royce Jacobs. I live in Medford, New Jersey in the United States.
My name is Andrea Mendez. I am 13 years old and I live in Guatemala.
My name is Regina and I'm from Estonia. I'm 18 years old and currently I study in high school.
Hi all, I am Hedin Dandanas. I am 14 years old. I am studying in 8th standard in SMBHS Pune.
Hello viewers, I am Idofit Oinda, a student of Government Science and Technical College, Area 3, Gariki, Abuja.
What's up, science folks? I'm Lino Escarcha from Batasan Hills National High School, Philippines.
Hello everyone, my name is Adelim, but you can call me Reem since it's much easier. I am 19 years old and I am from Adrir, Sultanate of Oman.
Hello, my name is Coral Pachares. I'm 10 years old and I live in Patagonia, Argentina, in Junín de los Andes.
I was part of the Globe 3 Reporters Challenge, where I was ecstatic to interview a Norfolk country, but in our national language, it's called Aurikaria.
Welcome to the Earth Day Air Temperature Data Challenge celebration. The Air Temperature Data Challenge took place on March 25th, 2022, and focused on our Earth Day theme of collect, visualize, and connect.
Students across all globe regions were invited to collect an air temperature measurement 1 hour before or after solar noon local time, according to the Globe Protocol for Air Temperature. Today, we're celebrating the data measurements taken and the community effort that Globe students have undertaken to analyze, interpret, and share what they found to be valuable in that data.
Wow, what an exciting opportunity. As part of the challenge, students were asked to take and submit photos, and we have submissions from across all Globe regions to share. Let's take a look.
First, Africa. Next, Asia and Pacific. Europe and Eurasia. Latin America and Caribbean. Near East and North Africa. And North America.
So many amazing photos. It's wonderful to see the participation from the Globe community.
Agreed. Globe students were also encouraged to visualize the data by using the Globe visualization system or the Globe Advanced Data Access tool as part of the data challenge.
Yes, students were asked to submit their visualizations, which could be screenshots, graphs, drawings, or other pictures. We have some of those to share as well. Let's take a look at some of the visualizations from around the world. So first off, we have Africa with 2 visualizations.
Looks like on the left-hand side, we have an air temperature challenge bar chart with the mean, the maximum, and the minimum data displayed in degrees Celsius. And that was collected for the 24th and 25th of March.
And it also looks like on the right-hand side that the Oscombro International School showed us their data point from the 25th of March, which was also recorded in degrees Celsius from the visualization system. All right, now for Asia and Pacific.
This is a nice worldwide look at the data from the visualization system. And we can see that temperatures that are higher are actually in the red spectrum, whereas temperatures that are cooler in blue. So we have a gradient displayed here from this school in Taiwan.
And next, we have the Europe and Eurasia region.
I like this. I like that they included some hand-drawn bar charts as well that are very colorful from different areas, different schools with the degrees Celsius.
Yeah, and it also looks like up here, this blue chart is comparing different countries around the world, including several countries within the Europe and Eurasia region, but then countries from other regions within Globe, such as Nigeria and Kenya, and also Taiwan, and different parts of the United States.
Looks like there's some variability displayed as well. And so different ways of connecting all the way from your local schools all the way up to those worldwide.
Awesome. And our next visualizations are from Latin America and the Caribbean.
Okay, another great way to display data here in a point plot as well as a point and line graph. And some of that is done by hand on the left here. And on the right, we have more data points. It looks like they're displayed in sort of a cluster here around that temperature around the middle. Could almost form a bell curve.
Yeah. And then here at the bottom, we have a picture of a student taking the air temperature data from their sensor. And it's showing that on their screen. So kind of like what that looks like when they're taking that air temperature.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So up next, we have Near East and North Africa with 1 visualization.
And what we see here is the Globe visualization system again. On the left-hand side, you can see the menu, and we are doing a single line plot. And so the school is selected, and then on the right, we can see the air temperature dailies for this location.
So cool. And lastly, we have the North American region.
Okay, and so the map, we have a satellite map that's included here below. So we can see the different points that are highlighted, obviously latitude, longitude, and elevation, which clearly can play into site location and a temperature for a given area.
Most definitely. So it's nice to see that overlay of that satellite map as well, in those different location points.
Wow, so many great photos and visualizations. In a time when connecting has been a challenge, we're excited to see how students met this challenge globally, sharing in the experience of taking air temperature measurements in their local environments and then thinking globally.
Students were able to look at how the air temperature changes around the world, across all 6 Globe regions. And with 34 photo and visualization submissions and over 300 air temperature measurements, the students were able to connect with the entire Globe community today on Earth Day. Thanks all for participating.
Now, handing it over to Amy for the announcement of the 2022 IVSS winners.
Thank you, and welcome to the 2022 Globe International Virtual Science Symposium Drawing. My name is Amy Barfield, and I'm on the education team at the Globe Implementation Office, and I'm the lead for the IVSS. I'm excited to get this section of the Earth Day 2022 video started. We had 220 incredible projects from all 6 globe regions submitted this year, and we have 75 projects eligible for the drawing. In order to be eligible, a project had to receive a 4-star research badge, which is only awarded to projects that really stood out to the judges, and at least 2 other badges. Now let's hear from Beth about what each selected project will receive.
Howdy friends, my name is Beth Body and I am assisting with the IVSS this year. Each selected project will receive a stipend of $2,100 US and an invitation for students to attend the 2022 Globe Annual Meeting Student Experience. We will contact the teacher of each project shortly after this video plays in order to arrange the details.
Hi, my name is Islam Khair. Let's see who's selected from the Near and North Africa region. مرحبا، أنا إسلام خير من مكتب جلوب الرئيسي. كل سنة وأنتم طيبين. تعالوا مع بعض نشوف مين اللي تم اختياره من إقليم الشرق الأدنى وشمال أفريقيا. And the selected project is soil characteristics and their impact on Omani garlic plant growth from Asma bint Omais Basic School in Oman.
I get the pleasure of selecting the project from the Africa region. And the selected project is Green Balconies and Terraces, a solution for climate change from Sri Swaminarayan Academy in Kenya.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Crane and I am part of the science team at GIO. Let's select a project from the Latin American and Caribbean region. Hola, soy Grace Crane y trabajo en la Oficina de Implementación de Globe. Vamos a seleccionar un proyecto de la región de América Latina y el Caribe. And the selected project is, y el proyecto seleccionado es Cobertura terrestre y comunidades de aves en bosques del manglar, Cartagena, Colombia, from Colegio Montessori de Cartagena in Colombia. Congratulations and felicitaciones.
Hi, I'm Roller Angel and I'm a member of the community support team here at the Globe Implementation Office. I hope you all have a happy Earth Day. Now let's see the first project from the North America region. And the selected project is, how does soil temperature in the school prairie compare to soil temperature in the turf grass in the playground? From Dorr Elementary School in Ohio, USA.
Now let's find out who the second project from the North America region is. The selected project is assessing the effects of surface temperature and tree coverage in select suburban parks from Crestwood High School in Michigan, USA.
Up next, I am selecting the project from Europe and Eurasia. I'm excited to announce that the project is Clouds Over My City from OS Sime Budanica from Croatia.
To wrap up the drawings, let's see who is selected from the Asia and Pacific region. The selected project is a study of microplastic contamination in water and white shrimp, little penis venime in shrimp ponds and Songkhla province, Thailand, from Princess Chulaborn Science High School in Thailand.
We are looking forward to seeing what the students research for the 2023 IVSS. We are excited to announce that the theme for next year is Global Connections, Investigating Earth as a System Together. This theme has connections to NASA's Open Source Science Initiative and the Year of Open Science. Incorporating the theme into your IVSS project is not required. However, if you do wish to embrace this theme next year, we encourage you to consider collaborating with other students and schools and using GLOBE protocol bundles in your research. More information on the theme and the 2023 IVSS website will be available in August. Thank you all so much for participating.
And so another Earth Day is here, and we have celebrated the wonderful work that we all have done as a community. I want to especially thank all the teachers and students who have submitted IVSS International Virtual Science Symposium projects. Given the situation with the pandemic, we know that this has not always been easy. So we want to commend you for your dedication to doing scientific research. Also in this process, I would like to thank all of the mentors, judges, and any other supporters of this project. As we celebrate Earth Day, we also celebrate the wonderful work of the program, the community, and the sponsors who have over the last 27 years shared great enthusiasm and vision in continuing support for the program. We also thank the various working groups, U.S. Partner Forum, and members that we call upon from time to time to help improve and ensure the stability of the program. We also would like to thank all of your ministries for their continued support. As you all know, we do have our annual meeting coming up in July. This is, of course, a virtual meeting, and we look forward to seeing you participate in the meeting. And just to let you know that the registration site will be available shortly. This year will be somewhat a combination of the formats of the first and second years of the meetings. Some sessions will be pre-recorded and others will be live streamed. We are in the final stages of confirming the platform for the meeting and will inform you of this in due time. We do realize that many meetings are now returning to an in-person format, and we are very hopeful that the annual meeting next year will be an in-person event. So, as we end this special Earth Day celebration event, I hope that some of you have already taken the time to be outside safely and take in the wonderful experiences of your local area. And for those of us whose day is about to begin, to do the same. In closing, I would like to thank again the sponsors for their messages today, all of you who have participated today, and to the GIO staff who have supported this event and continue to support the community. So thank you and have a happy Earth Day.